Hello again everyone, Age of June here, and we're back with another League of Legends full team shoutcast. Going to be coming at you from EU West this game, casting a game with Rockhat Nuke Duck in it. Gotta say it right. I always used to say Rocket, and I got made fun of for it, so now I don't, because it's Rockhat. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cast that. I mean, I'm not going to follow him or anything. Like I said, it's a full team shoutcast, so it's going to be for the whole team. And we'll see how it ends up happening. Nuke Duck is going to be the mid lane Zed here. And we've got D Wonderwear, who actually might be a member of Dignitas's Challenger team. I'm not completely certain. I haven't followed too closely with that. Actually, I could probably go ahead and check that really fast. Let's see. Dignitas's Challenger team is... of course, there's that. Gotta love it. Wonderwear, yes, that is indeed one of Dignitas's Challenger team members, so that's kind of cool. So we get to see him as well, and see how that is going. I don't really know much about how they actually, I guess this tells me. I'm not going to talk about it though. Can't talk about their recent results, that would be bad, right? So, hopefully they're doing well over there. Dignitas is kind of cool. Used to be one of my favorite teams, but ever since Scar left, I'm kind of, don't really care too much about them anymore. Alright, so we've got Maximal Time here, playing as the Gnar, or Gnar, depending on how you want to say it. Up in the top lane for the blue team, he's going to be against the Victor from the looks of it, played by Dignitas's Wonderwear, as mentioned before. Down in the mid lane, we've got Karthus on the blue team, played by FRZ. Ziz. Yes. Anyway, Karthus against the Zed here, played by Rockhat Nuke Duck. Obviously, one, as you know, we've got an invade going on here. These guys wanting to fight. And fight they will. We're going to let these guys take some damage. Out comes the Q from Braum. All of a sudden, Janna's in trouble. She gets stunned up. She's forced to flash out. And Kalista flashes over to chase into her. Graves gets stunned up now thanks to the Braum passive, and he ends up taking a lot of damage. Braum now has to get the heck out of here. He should be able to escape. Blue team came out of this way ahead, and she better watch out or she's about to walk into him again. There we go. She gets stunned up again. Kalista going for it. One more hit is going to stun her up. She gets stunned. She goes down for first blood to Kalista. That was nicely done by them, waiting right there where she couldn't see to go ahead and get that Braum Q on her, to make it so she's slow, and of course where she just gets destroyed if she decides to, if she gets auto-attacked, which is exactly what happened. There they go, going in here onto Graves. He is going to be able to get out of this, but he did take a lot of damage there, so he's got to watch out now, and really not looking too good so far for the red team. Not looking good at all. Alright, so the mid laner for the... oh, no, we already talked about that. Down in the bot lane ADC for the blue team, we've got the Kalista, played by... Kidra. Yeah, Kidra. Absolutely. Gonna be against Hapostrophe, playing the Graves here. Supports, we've got Braum, played by Captain Raffle. Hey, that guy's easy. You rock, man. I like you. Captain Raffle, gonna be against Toter 1, or Toter L, actually, I think. Playing the Janna. And then finally, we've got the junglers. We've got the Shaco, who's currently counter-jungling the Vi, played by Exo Thorman. And we've got Vi, played by Gambit's Tupac Didn't Die. Tupac didn't die. Very nice, very nice. Alright, Shaco did come up here for a little bit of a gank on Nuke Duck. Ended up taking quite a bit of damage, but honestly, that's okay. And Karthus is just doing his best to poke this Zed down. Actually able to do pretty well at it. And, of course, it is Karthus, so he's going to be able to do it from a range. And just get CS with his Q, poke with his Q, everything else. Vi found out, hey, that guy stole your farm. She's sad, but that's life. Not really much going on up here from the looks of it. Yeah. Victor versus Gnar, being pretty boring right now. Later on, I feel like we may see some action here. I mean, Gnar's pretty tanky, but Victor has really good harass, and he can make sure not to engage. Oh, man. You're a risky guy. He can make sure not to engage when the Mega Gnar is about to come out. So we may see some actual fighting up here, which, at least in some games, that just doesn't happen anymore. Some games. Down here in the bot lane, we do have the Callista zoning out the Graves here. 13 CS so far to the 29 of Graves. Definitely doing pretty well, but I mean, it's not as well as one would expect given how far behind this guy was. I mean, he was really far behind, and he's been able to mostly keep up, and the Callista is actually pretty low on life at the moment. So that is definitely good news for them. Vi coming down, maybe wanting to go in for this. She looks like she's possibly wanting to set up for a bit of a lane gank. Not sure if that'll end up happening though. Kind of looks like it's not. And yeah, Callista playing pretty cautious right now anyway. Vi is actually working her way around to the river, however. A bit of harass comes out there from the Graves. They're going in. Shaco comes in as well. Callista getting low, but the stun was enough to go ahead and take out the Graves. In comes the Vi with the flash Q. Now she's got to watch out. 2 more auto attacks. She's stunned. There we go. She is stunned. She's getting low. Down goes Callista to the Janna, but they are going to be able to finish off that Vi. And actually, she's probably pretty sad right now. Well, actually, Karthus is probably pretty sad right now because he went back to go ahead and ult that and then didn't even end up happening. Did not end up happening. And the Victor actually was able to go ahead. Sorry. But that, I mean, the kill didn't happen for Karthus. But in the meantime, the fighting I was talking about earlier apparently did happen up here. Victor getting pretty close to 6. There we go. There's the 6. Immediately goes in and yeah. Gnar went back in as Mega Gnar, but unfortunately for him, yeah, I don't think it actually popped into Mega Gnar. I think he died just before that was going to happen to that Victor ult. So, they both hit 6 at the same time. Actually, no, Gnar did not hit 6. He just turned Mega Gnar. I'm kind of surprised he decided to engage. I guess he didn't realize the fact that Victor was just about to hit 6. You would think he did. Let's see, how close is he? Yeah, he's really close as well. Out comes the teleport, though. He is back, and he is going in on the Victor. Victor getting really low. We also had to engage down mid. We'll see that in a moment. Looks like the Victor will end up going down, though. And goodbye, Wonderwear. Alright, so down here, looks like Rocket Nuke Duck decided to go for this. Out comes the ulti, and yeah, that's a dead zzz. He actually flashed there, and I guess he thought that was going to get him out of range, but the Q from Zed was enough to go ahead and finish him off. Pretty unfortunate for him, as now his flash is also down for absolutely no reason. Did not save him, did not do anything. Alright, Braum's hiding out in the bushes over here, possibly wanted to go for this. Yeah, we don't want to follow him anymore. We don't want to follow him anymore. And for now, Callista, ooh, lands the, I think that's her Q, isn't it? It is her Q. I was right. Yeah, lands the Q, does a decent amount of damage to him, especially with that Ren followed right after. And we're going back off now. Looks like the Victor bullying out the Gnar, who just switched back into mini Gnar form. Victor going for it now. And Gnar's actually going for it as well. Doing pretty good damage. He goes in, out comes the stun, but it doesn't matter. Wonderwear is dead again. Maximal Time is just destroying this guy. I mean, that wasn't even a Mega Gnar thing. He just did all that mini Gnar. He's like, yeah, whatever. We're good now. He has the Hex Drinker, so I mean, that's a pretty big part of it. Getting that magic resist helped a lot. And the Victor currently has Hex Core MK1 as well as Fiendish Codex. So I mean, he really doesn't have all that much quite yet. He does get really deadly later, but for right now, not that scary. As you could see in that engagement right there. Gnar was just able to finish him off. Gnar gonna go ahead and head back here. Shoved all this up to the tower. What the heck? Shoved it up to the tower, made Victor miss all this CS. Now he's going to go back. Victor's not going to be able to shove that into his tower beforehand. We do have a gank coming in from Vi, though, into this Karthus. Out comes the level 6. Nuke Duck goes in as well. Karthus is dead. He's going to try to do what he can to Nuke Duck. One more Q might put it, yeah. One more Q might have put him into ulti range. Karthus doesn't have ulti anyway, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah, it doesn't matter at all. He tried his best to go ahead and do at least some damage there. Didn't matter though. He was a little too far up. And actually, Gnar just placed that pink ward. Just placed it. Now he's going in on the Victor, lands the boomerang, slows him down, dodges out of the slow. Now he is doing work again. Out comes the Victor ulti. Oh, nice flash, but Gnar is able to go ahead and finish it off with a jump followed by an auto attack. And that is a dead Victor yet again. One more time, dead Victor. Having a rough game, but I mean, they're trading back and forth. Maybe not so much. No. Only one kill has gone to him. Ha! No backs for you guys. Got there just in time to see it. Aw, yeah. Alright, not much going on in the mid lane. If we look at the CS for the mid lane, though, that's pretty huge. That's a 30 CS difference. And Zed has 2 kills. That is terrible news for the Karthus. He's got to watch out. In comes Shaco. If Nuke Duck decides to go for it, he gets ignited. Karthus going. He's going to try to land the Qs. Does not land a Q. Out comes that ulti, though. Zed says, I'm going to go for it. Actually manages to finish off the Shaco, amusingly enough. Jumped in, finished off Shaco, still died to the ulti. But it ended up being a kill for him, because Shaco stayed way too far out there. At the same time, however, no, Zed would not have been able to burst down the Karthus before his ult went off. So yeah, had he left, he probably would have been able to survive, and Zed would not now be 3-1-0. It would just be the 2-1-0 that he was before. So pretty unfortunate decision there by the Shaco. Shaco's pretty squishy. You gotta watch out when you're playing a Shaco. You're playing as Shaco. Looks like Vi's coming around here for a lane gank onto Gnar. Victor definitely needs this. He's getting pretty far behind. It's still not completely lost yet, but if she doesn't do something soon, it will be. Victor's ult is coming up very quickly here. Get a little bit of harass from that laser coming out. There we go. Victor ult is up, and Gnar is Mega Gnar for the moment. As I would imagine, as soon as Mega Gnar is gone, we're gonna see an engage here. That would be my guess. Gnar is pushing up. Out comes that Q from the Vi. Out comes her ulti. Victor ulti comes in as well, and down goes Gnar as he switches back down to Mini Gnar. So yeah, that was very nicely timed by them. They timed it perfectly, and we do have an engagement down here as well. Oh, down goes the Janna. Graves comes in, but does not manage to finish it off, thanks to a very nice Braum shield. Unfortunately, Nuke Duck followed down as well. Nuke Duck gonna be able to finish this off. Double killed in Nuke Duck, but in the meantime, oh, just kidding, we had a teleport from the Victor to go ahead and save this tower. So nice teamwork there by the red team. The rotation down by the Zed to get the kill, and the rotation by Victor to make sure the blue team got nothing out of it. Karthus got chunked there. Ouch. One good thing to note for the red team, Gnar's going to be able to shove this up. Victor just went back. It's going to take Victor a pretty darn long time to get up there. He's going to miss all this CS. And that is terrible for Victor because he's already behind, though not as far behind as I thought. I'm kind of surprised at how high he is on CS. Gnar is going to be able to get some damage on this tower, so that's definitely good. And again, Victor does end up missing out on some CS, though not nearly. That doesn't matter nearly as much as I originally thought it did. Victor does not have ult right now, does not want to go for that, but we'll have to see what he ends up going for. Looks like Gnar's headed back for the moment. Just being fairly cautious again. The Rod of Ages has been picked up by the Karthus, so that's going to slowly start stacking up here. Ooh. Ha! Zed just says, no, that's going to die before you get a chance to do anything with it. And in he goes. Wow, he just ripped Shaco to shreds. Shaco not dead, but it was really close. We do have Victor doing a lot to this Gnar. Gnar is forced to be very cautious right now. And Mega Gnar form slowly working its way back up. And he should be able to get there pretty quickly. But will it be enough? I think it should be enough. Victor's going to go ahead and back off for now. In goes Gnar. Oh, gets stunned up, followed by the Victor ulti, which is surprisingly doing pretty much nothing. Out comes Mega Gnar, and he's doing his best, but it looks like Victor might actually come out of this one ahead, especially thanks to that dodge. That was a very nice dodge. and the Gnar ends up going down to the laser. Yeah, Victor has finally started really coming in now. He's got that Hex Core MK2, and that gave him a lot of extra power, which apparently the Gnar was not really expecting. Dude has 2 Crystal Embracers. Alright, that's interesting. She's waiting around for Shaco. Shaco's about to have a rough time. What's Shaco doing? Shaco coming up here to go on? No, there we go. Now he's coming down. Out comes his Deceive, walks into the bush. She said, hey yo, and she just gets the heck out of there. Oh man, she's in that bush though, waiting, flashes away into the wall. She's going to go straight to the Zed, and they're going to be forced to fall back because they do not want to fight that Zed. Zed is a little bit too dangerous at this time. Do have an engage down here. The Q misses from Braum, but the... Never mind. Let's say Graves still has 2 stacks, but they were not able to get in auto attack range. In comes the Zed, gonna ulti the Callista, and she's gonna end up going down. One more auto attack onto Zed would have been enough, but it's not going to be enough. He ends up finishing off the Braum as well, so that ends up being a 2-for-0 down in the bot lane. And we've got Shaco coming in just to save the tower. But unfortunately, it's a little too late. And in comes Zed to try to get some damage on him. And he does. He gets a lot of damage. And he's going in here. Out comes the ulti from Shaco trying to survive. Oh, the ulti from the Karthus. Down go 2 members of the red team. A very nice Karthus ulti to secure those kills. And honestly, to save Shaco's life. Had it not been for that, Shaco would be dead now. And the red team would be even further ahead. But because of that, they were able to actually survive pretty well. Out comes the ulti from Victor, doing a lot of damage again to Gnar. One more Q. There we go. Down goes Gnar yet again. That is not Q. That is not Q. That is E. I realized as soon as I said it, that's not Q. Yeah, things have definitely changed up here in the top lane. Before it was, yeah, Gnar has this. Not anymore. Not anymore. Victor has completely turned this around. He now has the perfect Hex Core, getting him quite a bit of ability power, as well as that mana, of course. The CDR giving him quite a bit of a boost as well. And he's honestly looking pretty dangerous now. Gnar is having a really rough time doing much of anything, which is completely opposite from how this was before. Before, even if he had his ulti, Gnar'd be like, whatever, I'm going in, I'll kill you. And he would. Not anymore. Out comes the Q there from the Braum. Not really going to do too much, though. Applies a single stack, slows him down. Graves going to be fine. Oh, that missed again. Out comes the shield, but it was slightly misplaced there. And he's forced to go ahead and go back in, thanks to save the Callista there. Callista does get out, but that was a really poorly placed shield there by the Braum. Because, unfortunately, the only thing it blocked, I think, was Janna auto attacks. It might have blocked a tornado, which admittedly would have killed her, but it would have been far better to block the ulti and the Q from Graves. We do have an engage here. Gnar getting really low. He does not manage to finish off the Vibe before dying, and down he goes. Shaco is chasing down the Zed here. Oh! I heard the sound of the dagger toss. Didn't happen, though. Out comes the Deceive, and not Nuked Up. Goes ahead and deceives right back around. He's like, no, I'll be fine. Gonna go back in this bush, and... oh, man. He's gonna get out of this. He got out of it. He got out. Nice jukes. Very nice jukes. What's he doing? Just trying to be cocky there? Say, hey, here I am. Here I am. That's pretty much what that was. Went up there just to go back. Alright, we're good. We're good. Down goes the bottom outer turret there. Very nice. And looks like Callista might be wanting to go for the Janna here. Nope, just putting up her little guy. Gonna go ahead and back off. Teleport comes in from Victor. They might go for this. The slow comes out from Braum. Out comes as well his shield. And it didn't really block much of anything. Oh, Victor does a lot of damage really fast. Zed comes in, just destroys the Callista, finishes her off, and the Graves ulti to finish off the Braum. And that turned around pretty quickly there. That was a good teleport coming in from the Victor to go ahead and help secure that kill. And then good follow through by Zed just to make sure that they did not escape that at all. Maximal time up there, shoved that lane. He's on his way down. Not sure what he's going to go do. He may end up walking straight into the Victor. He knows the Victor's there because the Victor was just taking down a ward. Oh, shut down. Arthas, what happened to you, buddy? What happened? Alright, so Zed's hanging around over here, and it looks... Yeah, he just went in onto Karthus. Out comes the slow from Karthus. He tried to kite. Didn't end up happening, though. There was no kiting there. He ended up going down way too quickly. Down goes the red buff to Shaco. He's going to be able to get out of this with no problem. But if he's not careful, he may end up going down to the Zed, because that Zed does a lot of damage. That guy already has Blade of the Ruined King and Yomuu's Ghostblade, as well as his Boots of Mobility. You don't want to mess with that guy right now. You do not want to mess with him. And there we go. Zed goes in. Out pops the Shaco ulti. Fake Shaco getting pretty low, but it's just fake Shaco, so who cares? And Shaco does survive that. Gnar getting pressed pretty hard up here. He ends up going down thanks to Vi and the Victor. And all of a sudden, 2 lanes are being pressed really hard here by the red team. And actually, now it's just one being pressed hard, as it looks like they decided not to press with Graves. Graves is keeping it shoved up, but not going to go for that tower. This tower, however, definitely gone. Nothing that the blue team can do to stop that. This thing is gone. In goes the Zed. Nope, decided not to. You can definitely tell he thought about it, though. He definitely thought about it, decided against it. Victor in a pretty strange position. In goes the Shaco, but it is Victor. But this time, though, Braum was there to help. The slow comes out. The slow from Braum comes out. Are they going to be able to finish this? Looks like no. It looks like no. They do not finish this. Oh, just kidding. Victor went back in. Out comes the slow there from Braum. In comes the Vi. The rest of the blue team is on the way. And we may see a team fight. No, we're just going to see a massive team disengage. Oh, the ulti from Karthus. Going to be able to finish Victor. Down goes Victor. That is shut down gold for Karthus. Out comes Yomuu's. And Gnar just tries to hit with his boomerang. Does not end up landing. But that is shutdown gold there for them, and that is great news. In goes Braum, tanks up that entire thing with his shield there, but the rest of the red team is here. In goes Shaco. Graves may go down. Graves does go down, but so does the Shaco and pretty much his entire team. So, oh man, yeah, Zed's going to be forced to get the heck out of that. He would have died had he gone any further up. Vi's coming around though. She goes in, does not land the Q, and Karthus just goes ahead, uses his W there to try to do what he can. Tupac didn't die yet, but he's about to. No! That Q does not end up landing, and Tupac didn't die yet again. Down here in the bot lane, Victor's here to go ahead and mop up these minions. Not really much going on there. They did some damage to the tower. Not a ton though. Not much at all. It's fine. Yeah, very bad engage there by the blue team. I guess they thought that Vi had left. On the other hand, I mean, it was, in a way, 4 versus 5, but the Karthus wasn't there, I noticed. So, had Karthus been there, it would have been 4 versus 5, and the blue team might actually have come out of that one ahead. Unfortunately, it ended up being a 4 versus 4, and as we've already seen, red team is significantly better right now. Graves, though, walks into a trap. One more auto attack does stun him up. He will survive this, though. Zed going for Callista now. And the pop-up comes out. She is trying to kite this. She is kiting it. And she's able to lifesteal with this auto attack. The Janna getting really low as well. Zed trying his best to do something, anything. Not going to happen. He is forced to run away. Does survive it. But 2 of his team members just went down, and this tower is probably going to go down as well. Fake Shaco's attacking it. It's going to go down to Fake Shaco. Where's that real Shaco? That's real Shaco. That's real Shaco. Not Fake Shaco. Oh, nice shot by Braum, interrupting that back. They're not going to go for the kill, though. Instead, they are rotating down for Dragon. They are going to get picked up by the little crab guy. But honestly, in this case, it's definitely okay. Question is, will Vi be able to steal this? The answer... No, she will not. She tried her best. She goes in onto Callista now. Callista, though, really good at kiting. And shut down gold to Callista there. All of a sudden, things looking up for them. Braum goes in Probably not in his best interest there. Forced to flash out. That ulti still doing a lot of damage. Mega Gnar from Gnar goes out. Does slam the Victor against the... Actually, no. Slams Janna against the wall. Down goes Janna to the Shaco, but Shaco goes down. And the Braum ended up going down as well. Now the blue team forced to disengage. Out comes the stun from Gnar just before he switches to Mini Gnar. He will actually escape this, and they do manage to disengage. Victor being pretty cocky here. He's got to watch out, though. You don't want to do this. Okay. Manages to go ahead and steal the little chicken, but that's about it. And he does get out of it with no problem. He may run across an angry Kalista soon. She's going to go ahead and get the golems here. The sad thing about that... Oh, Krugs. I normally remember the name is what I was about to say. I normally remember the name, but I've forgotten it. Teleport coming in, just enough to scare Victor off, but nice stun there. But is Gnar going to be able to finish this? He's going to try. He's got to jump soon. Going to jump would be my guess. And there we go. Oh, the boomerang misses. That slow doesn't happen, but Kalista is in kiting range now. Jump. And there we go. In she goes. Auto attack jump. Out comes Braum with the ulti from Kalista, but Kalista goes down. The Victor gets stunned up, but it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade. That was a lot of burst there from Victor. Able to go ahead and secure that kill before he died. And in the meantime, Red Team just got Baron off of that. Red Team got Baron. Shaco just kind of hanging around here. Got nothing for it. And Karth is suddenly in a really bad position. Takes some damage. Does not end up going down, though. He'll be fine. He does have Zhonya's. So that is definitely good news for him. Because now, anytime that the Zed decides to go in, he can go ahead and Zhonya's through a lot of that damage. Which, I mean, that's a huge thing right now. He needs that. It also gives him that increased armor. So he'll definitely have a bit more survivability. But we'll have to see if it ends up being enough. Honestly, right now, it's kind of up in the air as to which side's really going to be coming out of this ahead. Because... Oh, Shaco's dead, though. Rest in peace, Shaco. Victor, or the, actually, it's kind of a team fight shaping up here. Zed going for the Karthus, does a lot of damage. Not going to be able to finish him off. Oh, just kidding, he's going for it. Oh, the ulti comes out onto, actually, Gnar. Mega Gnar comes out, down goes both Zed and Kalista, actually. The stun comes out onto Vi. The Graves is getting really low. Shaco trying to finish off. Out comes the ulti, though. Bam, down he goes to the Karthus. Now the blue team has to disengage. It's currently at 3-for-2 now, thanks to that Victor ult. And yeah, they came out of that one ahead. It was actually tied for a little while, but that Victor ult was able to secure that kill onto Braum there. No escaping that one for you. They do have a minion wave here in the mid lane, but, well, it's not all the way to the tower, and I don't think they're going to be able to do anything with it. They're not going to be able to get this tower. So really, all they got out of that was 3 kills, sorry. And the blue team ended up getting 2 kills. So they came out ahead by 1 kill. They didn't get any objectives out of it. And they did lose Baron buffs on a lot of people there. Vi, I think, is the only one. No, Janna also has Baron buff. So we've got 2 members left with Baron buff. Everybody else, it has already dropped off. So that's definitely going to help with the engages here by the red team. Oh man, Vi gonna be forced to Q over that wall. She's gonna be able to get out of this. Not a problem. And everybody's saying, don't go in. You don't know where the rest of the red team is. And they didn't. Looks like the Kalista wanting to go for Nuke Duck down here. Out comes the ulti onto Braum. In goes Braum, lands the knock-up, lands the Q as well. Nuke Duck is stunned. Gonna go ahead and ulti. And just instantly gets destroyed as soon as he shows up using the Ren. Slow comes out onto Graves. Graves goes down as well. That is a double kill to Kalista. All of a sudden, the blue team is back in the lead for this engagement, and they are shoving oddly upriver. Because that makes sense. Shaco about to get destroyed. They're going for the Victor up here, and he does go down, but so does Kalista. She goes down to Victor. Vi gets slowed, jumps over the wall, though. She's going to be fine. And Janna uses that ult to go ahead and disengage. Will she be able to get out? Out comes the slow there from Shaco. No, she does go down. But I feel like the blue team kind of prioritized kills a little bit too much. They might have been able to get a tower down in the bot lane had they gone for it. I mean, I guess in this case, they might be able to get a tower in the mid lane. But they lost Kalista, who is a huge part of their damage. So they might have been able to get both had they gone for that bot tower instead of the kills. I don't know. I could be wrong because they did have the enemy team did have Victor. And Victor has a lot of damage. So taking him out did actually get rid of a lot of the wave clear and a lot of the threat to them. But at the same time, I kind of feel like it wasn't worth it. Well, I mean, it depends on how you look at it, I guess. If they could have gotten 2 towers, I think it would have been better than what they got. But they still got a lot of kills. Yeah, they lost their Kalista, which is definitely unfortunate. But they got the kills, they got a tower. So overall, it was still a good move. Yeah, I just feel like it's not as good as it could have been. Dragon gonna respawn right now. There we go. There it is. Zed going for the Kalista. In comes Braum. He says hello. And the ulti there from the Zed. Not enough to finish Kalista off. He jumped away. He's gonna go down. Just kidding. He's not gonna go down. In comes the Victor. Stun. Gonna land on Karthus. Karthus getting really low. Zhonya's comes out. He doesn't have the W running though. And out comes the Braum ulti, the Shaco going in. Out comes that ulti from Karthus. Not enough to kill anybody. And the Shaco goes down to Victor. Blue team is now on the run, except for Kalista, who's shoving down the bot. And Victor goes in, manages to get the kill secure onto Karthus there. Karthus going back in an unpleasant position. Vi wanting to go for Braum. Out comes the ulti. And he does block at least some of it with his shield. He's trying to kite her around, gets hit by the Q though, and he ends up going down. Red team is shoving down this mid lane as well. They got a tower there, they're going to get a tower here. Kalista's trying to trade. Not going to happen too much though, as she is significantly slower than 4 people. They do manage to go ahead and get the inhib and the inhib turret, as well as that middle inner turret. Kalista not able to do the same. She's trying, the tower gets shielded up. She's doing what she can to kite away from these guys, gets popped up. One more auto attack would have done it, but it's not enough. And this tower is going to live. That Janna shield really just saved the day there. And Kalista's not able to take that out. Now the red team going to go ahead and grab this dragon. And Graves is going to get that for free. Blue team doesn't even try. I guess they decided they kind of forgot about it. Baron's up in 1. So they almost kind of look like they're getting ready for that. Shaco goes in on Zed. Zed getting pretty low. Out comes that Yomu's Ghostblade again, but we've got to re-engage. Out in he goes with the ult. The Gnar getting really low. He goes down really fast there. And yeah, that engage not so good for them. Shaco, you better watch out. Gonna get hit by the Vi Q. Jumps over the wall with Deceive. He's gonna be able to get out of it so far. Question is, will he continue to be able to get out of it? Braum throws out the Q. They're going to go for the blue buff here. Can't say I'm surprised at all. And it is going to be their blue buff. There's really nothing anybody can do about it. Kalista and Karthus down here shoving in the mid lane, trying to prevent the super minions from coming in. The Baron is going to be up soon. The blue team has no vision of it at the moment. No vision whatsoever. Well, actually, they've got a little bit of vision, but I think it only goes to right about here. So the Baron buff itself, they have no vision of. We do have an engage happening down here, though. The Karthus was forced to go ahead and Zhonya's. I don't think he had his W on again. Shaco went in. Oh, that Braum ulti hit a lot of people. Kalista going in, trying to finish somebody off, but she goes down to the Graves. That burst damage from Nuke Duck and Hapostrophe. A little bit too much. Stroff? I don't know. And the Shaco now forced to go ahead and run like crazy to get out of it. Nice boomerang from the Gnar, slowing the Zed down. Is it going to be enough? Yes. For now, it will be enough. Blue team does have a big wave here. They're going to be able to get this tower at last. But in the meantime, they're losing the game. Down goes that turret that we were just looking at. Shaco trying to deceive to get out of it. He's not... Well, actually, he's not really going for it. Oh, just kidding. Graves is going for him. Rest in peace, sir. Down goes one Nexus turret. Down goes the other Nexus turret. Oh, the Karthus does manage to go ahead and take somebody out, but we have a teleport coming in from the Victor. Down goes the Janna. Victor finishes off Kalista, though. Karthus finishes off Victor. Braum is the only one left, and that's going to be GG. Braum is not going to die, but he's not going to defend against 2 people either. There's really no way. The Gnar is up soon. If these guys don't focus down this tower, or the Nexus, he might be able to help defend this. I kind of doubt it, though. Especially with the two of them here. There we go. Braum goes down. Gnar's trying to do what he can. Stuns up the Graves. Doesn't matter. This Nexus is gone. And that is the end of this game. Whew. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.